Hello everyone, my name is Mist, and welcome to my review of Now That's What You Call Music 10. This album was released on July 23rd, 2002, and didn't feature as many hits as past albums. It featured songs that weren't as popular on the charts, and I felt that it was pretty refreshing, and we have some great songs here. This also featured a limited edition set called What's Next that features 10 songs from upcoming artists as well. I don't have a limited edition set, but I will cover those 10 extra songs along with the 20 we already have. So let's start this review off with... So the label said they needed a remix that was crazy, and this is what we got. Dark Child stayed up all night making this remix and was a hit with a lot of dance clubs. I don't mind this song as Spears doesn't really make music in this style, and that gives it a new feel than her other songs. Overall, it's a pretty good song to start with, and sticking with upbeat pop songs, we have... And this song is definitely better than the last song. This song has a sort of disco vibe, and I think it works here, and I am not that big a fan of disco music. The song is about obsession with a love interest, and that actually makes it kind of creepy, but at least it's not crossing stalking status. This song is really well done, and I am glad that it is here. And on to Latin pop and more good songs. We have... I think the song is really well done. This song is titled Escapar in Spanish, and I really like the song. It sounds different from other Latin pop songs, and to me it keeps it interesting. Enrique Iglesias has always had interesting songs, and being part of the Latin pop crossover not only helped him reach new heights with music, it also helped us get songs like this. However, there is one Latin pop song better than this. This is also Marc Anthony's second English single. This song is titled Te Tengo Aquí in Spanish, and the song actually ended up an international hit. I like this better than Escape, as I found the sound more enjoyable and I had more fun listening to it. In this song, he basically says it doesn't matter what he does or has because he doesn't have his lover with him. Overall, this is a great song, and now moving on to R&B, we have... Don't you be my girlfriend, I'll treat you good. This will be the last time we talk about this band in the main series for a long time. Before reuniting in 2023, this was their last single. This mixes elements of both pop music and R&B music, and I don't really mind the song. The song sounds really nice, and the artists have a good melody with the song. I just think that this would be a song I would consider revisiting. And sticking with remixes, we have... Interestingly enough, the original remix had 50 Cent instead of Nas doing the rap verse. This song also has re-adaptations of the instrumental of I Got 5 on it by Lunas released in 1995. Nas replacing 50 Cent was also controversial as the rappers resented each other ever since. Once again, I don't mind the song, but I do think that the previous song was better. I just don't like when Jennifer Lopez does R&B music, but we'll have to wait to see what other songs are like. And now on to an artist appearing on this series for the first time. And we are back with some more Latin pop. This song is titled Si Tu Te Vas in Spanish and is about rejecting the idea of not saying goodbye to a lover. This song is a really good song in my opinion. I like the sound as it has this same futuristic thing that was also present in Minogue's song, and I think it works well. Once again, this is another great Latin pop song. And now on to a song that I see working well at parties. When people think of this band, this is not the song people think of. This song just has that sound and feeling of being a song people can dance to at parties. This is a fun song to listen to, and if people don't like the song, then I don't know what to say. I think this is a good song, and if you want a really fun song to listen to, this is the song to listen to. And now on to a song we covered last month. My opinions on the song haven't really changed. I still think this is Aaliyah's best song, and I still really like the darker sound to the song. I don't think I said this last month, but this song is about the narrator making promises to be everything and more to their love interest. This almost wasn't released as a physical single due to Aaliyah passing away, but I am happy they did because this shows that Aaliyah could have had a successful singing career. And now on to another song we talked about last month. Once again, my opinions haven't changed. This song still feels easy to listen to and it still sounds good. I still think that this song is pretty good and this will not be the last time we will be talking about B2K in this series. And now on to a song I do not like. This has a sort of weird background. Producer 7L Reyes had a CD with beats he didn't care for, but Ja Rule decided to get it out of the garbage and wrote 3 or 4 songs with the songs on the CD. This song was one of them, and this was also originally going to have Brandy sing on the song, but then they decided to bring on Ashanti on the song. As for my opinions, I don't like this song at all. I don't like how it sounds, and Ja Rule doesn't sound good on this song at all. This just doesn't work for me. And now on to a pretty forgettable song. This song is seen as a one-hit wonder. This song is a story about Anderson's love for a special guy. This song is also known to have a Spanish charm to it, which I agree with. I do like how this song sounds, and Anderson has a nice voice. This song is not that bad, but it's hard to recommend due to it being a pretty forgettable song. But I think it's still pretty good. But at least this is better than our next song. This was originally not intended for musique. This song uses a sample of Charlie Bird's cover of Vivre pour Vivre, which translates to Live for Life. This song was originally going to be for Larry Jazz Anthony, who was a member of Dru Hill, but Anthony rejected the idea of using a sample, so it was given to musique with new lyrics. As for my thoughts, it sounds too slow for me to stay interested in it. This song doesn't appeal to me, so I can't say this is a good song. And now on to an artist that is more remembered. This song was Shakira's second English single. People have said that this song resembles the Bangles' Eternal Flame and the Beatles' Penny Lane. This song tells the story of unconditional love that a woman has for her boyfriend. Lyrics about being worthy of someone's love. As for my opinion, it's a good song, but I wouldn't say it's great. I still think it's good, but I think the production is too slow for my taste. It's still good, but I don't think I could recommend it that much. And now on to a song a lot of people hate.
If I could fall into the sky.
I am betting a lot of you know this song. This song was actually about a crush Carlton had on a Juilliard student, who is now a famous actor and was too shy to ever speak to them. This song takes a more fantasy mixed with reality approach, which makes this more personal. I also really like how this sounds, especially with the piano playing along with the string instruments in the background. I do like this song, and this is not going to be the last time we see Vanessa Carlton in this series. And now on to one of the most legendary singers of all time.
Let the rain come down and wash away my tears.
This song is the most meaningful on the whole album. Dion says that this song represents the birth of her child, and while actually listening to the lyrics, you can hear that. This song has two versions. One that is simply done by piano, and on the radio remix adds guitars and electronic elements, and is my favorite of the two. And luckily this album uses the radio remix. This song, while I admit I didn't care at first, it quickly grew on me. I love all the added elements, and I love Dion's voice on this song. This is one of the best songs on this album, and no one is ever going to convince me otherwise. Unfortunately, it is followed by the worst song on the album. This song has a good message, but I don't like this song. This was written after the Twin Tower attacks to express a sense of hopefulness. This was also inspired by the Galaxy 500 song Flowers, as well as for some strange reason quantum physics. This already makes this song pretty weird, but the sound does not work for me. It just sounds like some weird version of trance music, and Moby's voice just sounds like he's putting no energy into singing. I'm probably not the target audience for this type of music, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. And now moving on to some more hard-hitting rock.
Let's go, don't wait, this night's almost over.
This basically has the same background that The Rock Show has. This song talks about the awkwardness and complicated emotions two people can experience upon initial meeting. The lead singer based the song off of memories of his first date with his wife at the time. And as for me, I like the song. This has the flair I like from their other songs and has the same charm that earlier songs I talked about have. But now going on to some slower rock. This song is incredibly toned down compared to the last song. However, it is not a bad song and I happen to like it. This still has Kravitz's rock flair to it and it does sound like something he'd make. This also shows that Kravitz is a good singer even with the slow sound, as he's mostly had more louder songs to sing to. This is a song I think you should listen to if you like more mellow rock. And now onto a rock song everybody already knows about.
It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story.
The background of the song is pretty funny. So this started when he got into an argument with his girlfriend at the time. At some point he went into their basement and started singing into the microphone very loudly, and after it was over, his then girlfriend said it was actually pretty good. The song was the result, so Kroger said that the song is supposed to be a sarcastic look at relationships and was never a vengeance song. As for my thoughts, I actually like the song. Yes, it is one of the most played rock songs of all time, but I really like how the song sounds and Kroger's vocals are really good on mixes like these. And now on to the What's Next songs, which I don't know what they sound like, so you are all getting my first listen impression on all 10 of them. So let's start this section off with... This was the band's first ever single, and admittedly a bit too simple for me. It seems a bit too repetitive in certain places, and it gets too annoying at times. It's a good opener for this section, but it just doesn't have the things I like to hear in alternative music. We will be seeing this group in a later review, but this wasn't a good introduction. And now going from an all-male group to an all-female group, I also feel like this song doesn't do enough. It feels like a very generic pop song to me, and I do like generic pop songs if the sound of the music is very well done. It wasn't in this case, and it sucks because I feel like this band has the potential to be really good, and they are all good singers. The one thing I did like was the verse before the final chorus, so at least there was something good. But let's move on to an artist you are all familiar with already. This was the last thing I expected an R&B song to sound like. If you don't realize, this was one of the first things Jhené Aiko has ever released. But this isn't a song I would like to listen to again. It is interesting and different, which I like, but that doesn't help the fact that this is a song I can't really get myself to like. And now moving on to another familiar artist, we have... Once again, not what I was expecting to hear. I thought we were going to hear a more popular sound, but instead we got a simple R&B song. It sounds fine for what it is, but it doesn't sound like something I would listen to on repeat. Plus, it's pretty forgettable and I can't recommend this. We will be seeing Million in later reviews, so we will have to see if she has better songs. And speaking of artists we will see in the future, this song wasn't originally supposed to be Amerie's first single. This was supposed to be her second single, and this was always intended to be the album's intro, which is the reason for its short length and placement on her album. This song was also used in the promo for The Young and the Restless, and is one of the songs used in the American version of Donkey Konga 2. As for my thoughts, it's a pleasant song and I like listening to it, but I wasn't as interested in it as much as other songs on the album. At the least, it's the best song on the What's Next section we have heard so far. Let's just hope that the next song lives up to its title.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real. From my feet to my...
The song is actually pretty good as well. This song has a more upbeat feel and the singer doesn't sound bad at all, and actually fits the song sound well. I kinda wish it was more upbeat, though that doesn't take away from the song at all. Overall, this is a pretty good song and I would recommend listening to it. Let's hope the last few sound as good as this, starting with... This is a sound I don't think many people are familiar with. To me, this very much sounds like a folk song. That's not a bad choice and it really wasn't a popular genre at the time, but I do think this could have been done differently because it sounds very similar to acoustic songs around this time, but it is still a great song. And now for a song that I don't know what I'm getting into. I was not expecting this to be a rock band. I thought this was going to be a comedy song given the title of the song. But after listening to it, I think it tries to be a bit comical given the titles of some of their songs while keeping a hard rock tone to the songs. To me, however, this seems a bit subdued in the sound than other hard rock songs I have heard in the past. It's not bad, but I do hope it went harder than it did. And now continuing on what I think is the rock section of this album. This has the comedy aspect I expected from the last song. You can easily tell what the singer is trying to say with each line and what type of humor this is. I will say if you're not an adult then the funniness makes no sense. As for the music, I think it is pretty good, if a bit disconnected in some places. Overall, it's a pretty good song with a lot of adult humor. And now on to our final song with...
Everybody knows that something's wrong.
This is also not what I expected the song to be like. This is another sound that we will see in a later review, but this takes a different turn by incorporating electric guitar into it. This sound is interesting and it makes the song even more unique than other songs I have heard, and because of that, this becomes a good song. And that is it for this review, and there are a ton of great songs here. For my favorite song, I am going with How You Remind Me by Nickelback, and for the best What's Next song, I'm going to have to go with Fun by Rose Falcon. Other songs I like will be in the description below, and I'm actually going to be releasing a playlist at the end of this month of my top 5 favorite songs from Now's 1 through 10. Spin-offs and What's Next songs I like will not be in the playlist, just the 50 songs from those specific albums. And next month, we are continuing with the main series and doing our first review of 2025. Until then, my name is Miss, and I will see you all next time, and have a Merry Christmas. Take care.